Hello, I'm Paul, and this is Paul Plays with Fire. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today on the show, we're going to be making pizza again, but this time it's going to be Chicago deep dish pizza, and we're making it outside, and we're making it in the Blackstone Pizza Oven. If that doesn't sound like fun, I don't know what does. So stick around, it's going to be great. Regular viewers remember that we made this pizza a few months ago, and we had a great time doing it. It was good pizza. We're going to make it again, but this time we're going to make it outside on the Blackstone Pizza Oven. I've never done that before with Chicago deep dish pizzas. I made a lot of Chicago deep dish pizzas over the years, but I've never done it outside on a pizza oven. So this should be worth watching. I hope it goes well. But the first thing we need to do is we need to start the pizza dough. And to do that, it's kind of complicated. We have to go back in time about 4 hours. So if I remember right, it's turn left 90 degrees to go back 4 hours. We'll see how it goes. If I do it wrong, it kind of hurts. Ow, that hurts. Man, I need to practice. I'm getting too old for this. So we're now 4 hours in the past and in the kitchen, and we're going to make some pizza dough. This is going to be a little different from the pizza dough that we made last time when we made Chicago deep dish pizza, because after that, in the comment section, some of the experts and I had a discussion, and we determined that I had too much oil in that pizza dough. I'm not sure exactly how it happened. I did it from memory. It was a long time ago. That's probably how it happened. So anyway, I'm going to give you the revised recipe now. Let's get to it. Okay, we're going to start with 3 grams of yeast, and that's just regular old bread yeast, and 378 grams of warm, slightly just warm to the touch water, about 95 degrees. And we're going to mix that up a little bit. Oh yeah, and some sugar. 12 grams of sugar. Give the yeast something to chew on. There, we're just going to let that sit for about 10 minutes now and let it proof. Okay, our yeast has successfully proved to us that it's worthy of going forward to making pizza dough. So look at that. Look at all those beautiful bubbles in there. Isn't that perfect? That's what a successful yeast proofing is supposed to look like. So now we can move on to the next steps. We've got 600 grams of flour. And I use a mix of flour. I use 60% bread flour, and I use 30% white whole wheat flour, and I use 10% rye flour. And it gives kind of a nice variety to it. I also use it for making my sourdough bread. It's delicious. It really is a delicious blend. I've been using it in my deep dish pizzas though since I started making sourdough 3 or 4 years ago. And it really does add a nice texture to it. I don't put any cornmeal in it. Some people put cornmeal in. I don't do that. So anyway, the 600 grams of flour going in. Maybe we'll add just a little bit at a time. Mix that up just a little bit. And while we're at it, that's about a 62% hydration. That much water and that much flour. Now I'm going to add some oil. And like I said, this is just regular old olive oil, and it's about half of what I used to use. I used to use a full cup of oil, and now it's about a half a cup, or 108 ounces. Excuse me, 108 grams. Don't use 108 ounces, that would be terrible. That's good. And then we're going to also give 12 grams of salt, and that's just to make it taste good. We'll mix that all up. The Danish dough hook, by the way. It's a very nice tool. Dough doesn't really stick to it for some reason. Have I mentioned that I used to work at a pizza place when I was in college? Boy, those good times. A lot of good stories from those times, and the kind of pizza we made. If you watch my earlier Chicago deep dish pizza, you'd know this. The kind of pizza we made was Chicago deep dish pizza. And I just grew up kind of thinking that was pizza. That's what I made. And I have probably made 10, 20, 30 times more of this variety of pizza than I have any other pizza by far. I mean, it's my favorite. It's Mrs. Paul Plays with Fire's favorite pizza. So we make it a lot. Plus it's filling, and it's good summer or winter. And now that we have a way to cook it outside in the summer, I speculate we'll be doing it even more. Okay, we're going to let that sit and rest for a few minutes just to let the flour and the water get to know each other, and then we're going to come back to it and continue to knead it and then break it up into 2 pans. Oh, that's another thing I should mention. This is enough dough for 2 pizzas, about 20 ounces per pizza dough, and that's in a 14-inch pan. Okay, welcome back. It's been about a half an hour. Our dough has rested. It looks really, really nice. It really has shaped up nicely. That half an hour rest, which is called auto-lease, by the way, if you're interested in such things, it's a chance for the water and the flour to really get to know each other and combine into what we call dough. And now it's just very, very nice. It's smooth and elastic, and I'm just going to work it a little bit this way. Soak up some of that extra flour. Work it a little bit this way, and then we're going to break it up into 2 different pieces to make our pizzas. That looks pretty good. And I don't spend a lot of time kneading this stuff. I don't use a mixer. I do it all by hand. Perfect. Now we've got our pizza pans. Okay, and we're going to weigh this out. I'm guessing it's going to be about 40 ounces. Okay, 39.2. That's pretty good. So we'll get half of that. Just under 19 ounces a piece, about 19.456. And now we'll take these doughs individually and form them, shape them if you will. And we never used to do this at the pizza place, but I've since learned with sourdough that if you stitch it up on the bottom as you're shaping it, that will hold its rise a little bit better. Do the same thing with the second dough. Shape it up just a little bit more. And then stitch it up a little bit on the back. There we go, just like that we have our 2 pizza doughs. And now I just have to remember, is it right turn to go 4 hours into the future? Okay, we'll just give it a try and hope for the best. Oh, that hurts. Man, I gotta practice more. Whew, that time travel's tough. It's for the young. I'm getting too old for that stuff. Oh, anyway, so we got a nice little pizza dough. Look at that. Came back from the past with a pizza dough. I put a little oil down to keep it from sticking because nobody wants that. So we're just going to press that out real nice. We think we know how to do that. And if you like my pizza, and who doesn't, maybe you should consider subscribing because I make a lot of pizza on this channel. We have a lot of fun with it. It always seems to work out pretty good, even though we don't always know what we're doing. That's okay. To the edges, and then we'll up the side just a little bit. There we go. That's what we like. We'll put some cheese down. Chicago deep dish pizza. The cheese is sliced and on the bottom. No shredded mozzarella on this one. And 2 pounds of cheese. 2 8-ounce packages of sliced cheese. That's just the right amount for a 14-inch pizza. This is a 14-inch pizza pan. And I use these for everything. Use them for making tater tots, use them for making French fries, use them for roasting vegetables. They have a patina all their own anymore. I'd be lost in the kitchen without them. There's at least 2 slices for the middle and 1 slice for the chef. Little sauce. Not too much though, because you don't want it to get juicy. About 8-10 ounces of sauce. If I have a fault when it comes to pizza making, it's overdoing everything. I always put too many ingredients on whatever it is. I guess that doesn't just apply to pizza. There we go, that'll be good. Then we'll put some pepperoni down. Just a little bit to make it taste good. Not a lot. There we go. A little onion, green pepper. And that's gonna about do it. Little shredded Parmesan. Okay, and then a little oregano, just so you know you're eating Italian. Time to buy more oregano, I guess. We'll check our oven real quick. Just about 500, just about where we want it, because the pizza will cool it down a little bit. And we'll just pop it right in there. And that doesn't take very long. Probably about 20 minutes or so. See you then. Okay, look at that. In just under 20 minutes, our pizza is done. Look at that. Boy, if that isn't a thing of beauty. Oops, sliding a little bit. That is pretty. We're gonna let that cool for about 5 minutes so nobody burns their face off. And then we're gonna cut it and dig in. There, you know you've done it right when it spins in the pan like this. Look at that. That's how you know you've done it right. Okay, we're gonna cut into this bad boy. Let's get after it. Look at that. That is a good looking piece of pizza right there. That is a good looking piece of pizza. Look at that, no flop. Oh, that is good. That is really, really good. The cheese, it's got a pretty good looking undercarriage too, huh? And it holds up really well. Call it pizza, call it a casserole, I don't care. It's really, really good. Well, we had fun today. This is really good. I'm Paul, and this has been Paul Plays with Fire. Thanks for watching.